It all began with a perfect smile, a gentle voice, and eyes that looked like galaxies. She thought she found her soulmate. But what if I told you he wasn't from Earth? What if I told you she married a being that had no heart, no soul, just a mission? This isn't just a love story. This is a warning.
I should have never said yes.
They always said the town of Samara was strange. Hidden beneath layers of ocean fog and pine trees, it felt like time moved differently there. Maybe slower, maybe broken. Ilara was a quiet soul, the kind you'd miss if you blinked. An artist with more color on her hands than in her life. She painted the sky the way she wished it looked, vibrant, burning, full of meaning. But her real skies were dull and gray. She spent most of her days in a seaside loft, painting waves that never noticed her. And then he appeared. It was just after dusk, the tide low and moon full. She was walking her dog along the rocky path behind the dunes when she bumped into someone. A man, tall, pale, strange eyes. Not the kind of strange you'd notice instantly, but the kind that lingered. "Sorry," he said, his voice soft and smooth like silk soaked in static. "I didn't see you." Neither did she. Not in the way she would see him later. His name was Oren. No last name. No past. He said he'd just moved to Samara, and that he was trying to learn people. She assumed he meant socializing, maybe he was foreign. He had an odd cadence to his words, like every sentence had been rehearsed from a dictionary. But he was kind. Gentle. Listened more than anyone she'd ever met. He brought her rare flowers she'd never seen. Knew what she was about to say before she said it. And when he looked at her, his eyes shimmered, not metaphorically, but literally. Like liquid stars trapped behind glass. She should have questioned it more. Her friends warned her. He never eats. He avoids mirrors. His phone's always dead. But love makes strange things beautiful. And Oren made her feel seen, like she finally existed in the world she'd only painted. And then, he proposed. It wasn't a typical ring. It glowed. Hummed. Like it had a heartbeat. She didn't ask why. She said yes. After they married, things changed. Oren became colder. Not cruel, but distant. At night, she'd find him standing on the deck for hours, staring at the stars, whispering in a language that echoed like crystal wind chimes. He'd vanish for hours, no calls, no texts. She once followed him into the woods behind their home. He walked until the trees swallowed the moonlight, and then he simply disappeared. No sound. No footsteps. Just gone. She began noticing other things. Objects around the house shifted when he passed by, metal bent slightly, clocks ticked backward. Her dog stopped barking. Stopped eating. Then vanished, as if it had never existed. The walls began humming at night. Her paintings changed, what were once waves became alien landscapes, painted unconsciously in her sleep. And so, Ilara did what she never thought she'd do, she broke into her husband's study. Behind a locked door, she found it. A journal, not handwritten, but encoded in strange symbols. Papers with star charts. Maps of places she didn't recognize. Devices that floated an inch above the table. And in the back of a drawer, a small black cube. She pressed it. A hologram projected from it, of Oren. But not as she knew him. The figure that appeared was tall, silver-skinned, with long arms and eyes that glowed like dying suns. Its voice echoed from the cube, a deep, vibrating tone that spoke in a language both ancient and infinite. She dropped it and ran. When Oren returned that night, he didn't ask where she'd been. She looked at him with shaking hands and whispered, "What are you?" He didn't deny it. He didn't laugh it off. "I am Oren 7. From the Etheron Dominion," he said. "You were chosen." "Chosen, for what?" "To feel," he replied. "To help us understand. Your kind is interesting. Emotion is your weakness. And your strength." She backed away, heart pounding like a war drum. "You lied to me. I adapted to you. I mirrored what you needed. I didn't expect to form attachment. But our bond is complete. You are now part Etheron. You must come with me." He extended his hand. Her ring began to glow violently. "You belong to my world now." Ilara ran. She packed a bag, grabbed her keys, and drove. But the roads twisted, looped, led her back to the same foggy cliff. The GPS stuttered. The radio played static. Time itself bent, her watch ticked backward. The sun wouldn't rise. She smashed the ring with a hammer, nothing happened. She tried calling for help. No one picked up. When she visited her friend's house, her friend had changed. Too calm. Too symmetrical. Her eyes shimmered. "They're already here," Ilara whispered to herself. He brought them. On the final night, she tried to burn the journal. It screamed. The sky outside turned purple. Stars fell like rain. And then he appeared. Not through a door, but through the walls. "I gave you everything," he said. "Your love made me real." "I never loved you," she cried. "You did," he said. "That's why you can't leave." Her skin began to glow. The same shimmer as his. Her veins pulsed with light. Her voice cracked, becoming synthetic. "You've already changed. The bond is complete. If you remain, your body will die. But with me, you live." He opened a portal, a window into another world. A landscape of spiraling cities, floating oceans, and black suns. "Come with me," she screamed. Grabbed the ring once more, and threw it into the portal. The world shattered. A flash. A roar. Silence. Then, she woke up. In her loft. Alone. Morning light. The sky was blue. Had it been a dream? But everything felt wrong. The air was too still. The birds chirped in perfect rhythm. Her clock ticked in 7-second intervals. She looked out the window. The people of Samara walked slowly. All in sync. All smiling the same. And then she saw him. Oren. In a suit. Walking with another woman. The same ring on her hand. Ilara looked at her reflection. Her eyes shimmered. They didn't take her. They made her the first. And now, they're everywhere. Smiling. Blending in. Watching. Waiting. You'll never know who's next, until it's too late. So subscribe to AI Storytelling YTS for more new videos you don't want to miss.